It's kind of nuts that for the last 38 years, essentially Dragon Ball as a franchise, as a series, and as a conglomerate has lied to us. Like legit, one way or another, there is a massive lie that has been going on with this series, and it's kind of like, yo, what the heck is going on? Because in case you ain't been following the Dragon Ball Super manga for chapters 83 and 84, there have been massive reveals, huge things that fans have been wanting to see for time again of, oh my god, we want to know about Goku's relationship with his parents if he was to find out. Is Goku going to ever find out about his parents? Well, initially we only thought about Bardock because we only knew about Bardock, then later on they added in Gine, or is it Gine? I forget. Either way, some of the questions that fans have had for a long time were answered, and while we weren't the happiest per se with like chapter 83, 84 definitely gave a massive perspective and huge question of, yo dog, why did Dragon Ball lie to us essentially? Damn, Dragon Ball low-key lied to us based on what's been told to us recently. Let's talk about it, lads, because this is kind of important if you care anything about Dragon Ball. No, seriously, like if you care about Dragon Ball, this is kind of important, like it's canon.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, before we get any further, definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell if you want more anime and manga related content. I talk about a whole slew of things, including giving you guys the up-to-date news on anime, manga, and everything around the world of it. Okay, yes, people, with the latest chapters of Dragon Ball Super, we have gotten big bombshells of Goku finding out, finally, about what happened, his Saiyan heritage, and all of that good stuff, which honestly contributes to a deeper element of Dragon Ball Super that is rarely touched upon, and that's the whole thing of development between the two characters. While Vegeta has developed in one way, Goku is supposed to develop in another way. Like, one of the things is Vegeta is supposed to understand that essentially even if you have an ego, you have to keep it at bay and ultimately master your ego essentially. And then likewise with Goku having to understand his instincts. If you think about it, his instincts, Ultra Instinct and all that, it kind of goes into his instincts as a Saiyan, his primal urge to fight and all of that jazz. But that's not even necessarily the whole case of what we're really diving into here. Because one of the biggest things that was revealed in chapter 83 and expounded upon in chapter 84 of Dragon Ball Super is the fact that Bardock made a wish to the dragon, and it had huge consequences, whether good or bad, you could argue it, but in terms of for the story and for Son Goku and Raditz. Which, first of all, honestly, for the most part, it just doesn't necessarily fit very well and doesn't make the most sense. So off the rip, there's like a lie possibly there. Like if you just say, hey dog, it doesn't make sense, right there's a lie. And to clarify what I'm talking about, I mean 84 once again expounds on it of essentially of Vegeta talking to Goku, Monaito and all of that jazz about the wish that was made by Bardock. And Vegeta even tells Goku, wishing for you to thrive and all. Who ever heard of such pampered Saiyans? Which, by the way, I gotta throw in the joke that I found it hilarious. Goku's responding with, how about the way you pamper and spoil bra? Like, yeah, dog, you know, girl dads, we do that, okay? I'm gonna spoil my little girl no matter what. I'm sorry, Goku, you just don't understand. Maybe go have a daughter or something, dog. Chi-Chi is begging for that Super Saiyajin no Gado. Just saying, dog. And who knows, maybe with all this development, Goku will understand, oh shit, I have a wife. Maybe I should actually act like it. But going back to the whole thing about thriving, for starters, it doesn't make sense because realistically, as we spoke about with the last chapter 83, Raditz didn't thrive for shit. He thrived up until the age of what, like maybe he was in his 20s or something, 30s at most or whatever. Like, I guess if you call that thriving, that he was, you know, rocking out or whatever, but ultimately Raditz had a very gruesome death, which isn't thriving by any means, of getting blasted through the chest and to this point never being revived. Now, they could easily clear that up of bring Raditz back, bring him back and slap the shit out of him if he tries to do anything. Say, yo, dog, you have a power level of 1200. I'll take a dump right now and slap you with it, and it'll send you to another planet. You ain't doing nothing. You're not evil no more. Even if you try to go into that great ape thing, like, yeah, you got a tail and all that jazz, we will slap the monkey out of you, dog. That's not gonna happen right now. So technically, they could clear up that whole thing about Raditz not thriving, but the big lie comes in the fact of Goku. Because we always knew that there was something special with Goku. Going early Dragon Ball, for starters, there was no, you know, heritage of Saiyans or anything like that in OG Dragon Ball, the first 153 episodes before it got rebranded with the anime. The manga is always Dragon Ball up until Super, but with the anime, you know, they added the Z. But essentially, the first Dragon Ball story when Goku is young, and I believe he's like a teenager, maybe 18 by the end of Dragon Ball, we always knew, okay, there's something special. He has a tail, he's really strong, what's going on here? But we always saw that he would rise to the occasion and constantly overcome the odds and beat people and all of that good stuff when it was, you know, due, when it needed to happen, which kind of gets classified as thriving, no? Then going into Z and the whole thing that really just drives Vegeta through the wall, and if you think about it, oh my god, Vegeta really just is way better than Goku now. That's another thing here. Because Vegeta's always been questioning, but why? Why is it that Kakarot constantly is stronger than me no matter what. Like Vegeta goes through, hell. Like when he went Super Saiyan, he went through hell to get that form, and Goku, you know what I'm saying, still surpasses him. Still, it's constantly him thriving. Yet the narrative up until very recent was always told to us that, nah, it's just because Goku does it, whether it be for his family, whatever it is, that's because Goku is awesome. Now we get introduced to this idea that kind of shatters the foundation of Son Goku, as well as Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. Do we want to add in the GT? Why not add in GT? I love GT's ending, so we'll add in GT. And then, of course, now Super, with this whole idea that Bardock's wish for Goku to thrive is the reason that time and time again he has overcome the odds. He's constantly surpassed whatever foe he was in front of. It's almost like, if you think about it, there's this godlike energy surrounding Goku that he was wished on with plot armor. It literally feels as though essentially he was wished with plot armor. Goku has plot armor, and we've been lied to for 38, almost 40 years as of the recording of this video, that Goku, he rises to the occasion because he's that guy, man. Whether it be he bumped his head and it turned him good, and the good-hearted nature is what pushed him, like, instead of being a combative Saiyan of, rage and anger and breaking shit and destruction, his love is what even potentially Frieza, if you think about it. He didn't fear necessarily like one, grade 8. He feared the love of all of these Saiyans coming together, turning grade 8 and whipping that Frieza ass. But I say all that to say that essentially, because Goku has constantly returned over and over again, doesn't that mean that he is thriving? But then you also got to look at it, but then why didn't Raditz thrive? If Goku is constantly being, this magical energy that is surrounding him, known as Purat Amaru, why is it that Raditz did that? Well, for starters, that's just straight up like inconsistency. Like we could call it all of this, that's inconsistency. If there was a wish that, hey, these guys gotta thrive, why is it that one continued to thrive and one is in Carajo land, so to speak? Which again, that could be easily solved. Bring Raditz back right now, and it goes in line with Goku that yes, Goku died multiple times. He died the same time as Raditz, but the fact that he returned again goes in the whole theme of him thriving. You could even argue, you could even throw in, because remember, in Dragon Ball, one of the big things that was said is the fact that the world turned into what it is in Dragon Ball with dinosaurs and little tiny capsules that turns into cars or whatnot because of a wish on the Dragon Balls. It essentially changed the entire world as we know it. What about if there would have been no essentially other world, none of that stuff returning, if it wasn't for Bardock's wish? Essentially, that wish constantly carried on and overcame the obstacles and odds. It's like every time Goku was in a jam, you got to think that there's never going to be a point that they're going to completely kill off Goku. They can't do it, well, one, because of obvious reasons, financially, marketing wise. Dragon Ball, Goku is the face of Dragon Ball, always has been, always will be. But on top of that, that wouldn't be thriving unless they bring him back at some given point after killing him yet again. And that's why I feel like bring back Raditz and you fix that plot hole, and at the same time fans would welcome Raditz with open arms. Fans been wanting Raditz to be a part of things like, hey, another Saiyan, bring Raditz and Tarbell, maybe bring them and have them fight or something cool. I don't know, form a task force, some shit, or bring them back and they go evil and Raditz finds a way to become a Super Saiyan God or some crap. And I also kind of feel bad if you think about it, like, yo, dog, Vegeta literally was told the reason why the guy that you've been trying to compete with and be stronger this entire time, despite the fact that you was able to come to grips at the end of Dragon Ball Z when, the whole Kid Buu fight was going on, and admit, yo, dog, he's greater than me. He's not greater than you. You're greater. You always have been. Vegeta is truly the king that was robbed of the spotlight because of Bardock. Like, it's kind of crazy that all these years later, Bardock is way more important than ever, not necessarily because of his physical presence, but because of the rewrite, the Deus Ex Machina, the whatever you want to call it, of, yeah, Goku always has won, always is winning, and probably for the foreseeable future will always win because he was wished to thrive. So every situation he must thrive, and again, that just makes me think like Raditz has to come back so that it again makes sense that he thrived. Like Goku came back because he would thrive. But I'm definitely curious what you guys think about this whole situation when it comes to Dragon Ball, Son Goku, and the whole idea of Bardock's wish for Goku to thrive, despite the fact that again, Goku and Raditz both did not thrive. What do you think about that? Do you think that Bardock's wish essentially constantly controls the narrative of the story? And honestly, like that rewrite, do you feel that it did more damage than good, or you were just excited that Bardock had some part in it? And do you feel like that wish honestly makes it that hands down there's no debate any further, Vegeta is the better warrior between the two of Goku and Vegeta, because Vegeta's been doing it as a man without no push, while Goku has had a proverbial literal plot armor that was wished upon him way ages ago, and why he continued to thrive. I find this discussion to be fascinating. I'm not trying to throw shots at Goku. Yeah, come on, man. I've been a Dragon Ball Ball fan since I was like 5 years old. Like, this is just strictly like, hey, this is what the story has presented us, and I got questions. I want to know. Let me know. And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of the Dragon Ball Super manga with chapter 85 and beyond. Things is getting spicy with the manga, lads. That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, can somebody give me that plot armor wish of I wish Tim would always thrive? Like, I'm just saying, wish for Tim. This Tim right here, the one that goes by Fornev. Wish for Fornev, Tim, whatever you want to call it. Wish that I thrive constantly, okay? Because that sounds like the most ultimate power-up. I'm just saying, yo, Fornev will always win or always thrive, whichever one. I don't know. I just wanted to plug my gaming channel while I got you here. Check that shit out. I got some content coming. Have an awesome one, lads. Subscribe and hit that bell while you're at it.
So just go to